Welcome back, man. Welcome to episode 46 with Brick Shots with Billy and Tonio. Tonio is coming back to the show after his 1 week absence. Matt's here, and I'm here, sadly. I know nobody cares about me being on the show, but welcome back, dude. How you doing, Tonio?
I'm better. I'm better, man. A little couple snafus, but life happens. But I'm back, man. Back to the Brick Shots. How y'all doing?
Dude, good. I also love me a good use of the word snafu. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah,
Not bad.
I try to use a different word every day, man.
I got you.
Mississippi.
Try to fit Zaboomafoo in.
I got you.
That's a challenge.
Yeah.
Let's see if Tonio can get Zaboomafoo in the show, but it has to make sense. You can't just be Zaboomafoo. All right, man. So let's get into the national championship. I'm just going to ask one question, and I want to see if someone can answer it for me. What the fuck happened?
Before we do that, it don't matter. I just want to go back to Billy having TCU, Matt having who TCU beat, and us putting a little wager on it. And I just wanted to tell y'all, give me my money. Bro, it was just a point where you could tell that it was 4 and 5 stars on one team, and on the other, they had a great quarterback. And don't get me wrong, they got players, but Georgia was just bigger, faster, stronger, point blank, bro. Like Jalen Carter, I watched him power through a center and a guard, bro. And I'm just like, y'all doubling him, and he's still like, what's his name? Duggan?
Max Duggan.
Duggan. I felt bad for him, bro. Like he was playing, because it's not like he wasn't giving effort. Like he was bloody as fuck, but he still was competing. But bro, every time he threw all them picks, it's a hand in his face. You go back, like it's a hand in his face. He getting demolished. I felt so bad for him, bro. I felt really bad for him because that offensive line could not do. You gotta think, bro. Their biggest offensive lineman was still 12 pounds smaller than Georgia's smallest defensive lineman. Yeah. What you want me to do with that? Like, what do you want me to do with that? So it was just a point of Michigan sucks. They fucked it up for everybody. It's really Michigan's fault. I have no other words. I don't even blame TCU. It's Michigan's fault. That's the main point we should go for. I don't know how Michigan shit the bed. Because Michigan a good team, right? We're not gonna say they're not a good team, but then they shit the bed, and then we got this. Because like y'all not SEC fans. I am. Cool. I'm glad we won. But end of the day, in the Natty, I want to see some shit like Ohio State and Georgia, or Michigan in the second half versus TCU. Like, I want to see that. I don't want to see 65 where Stetson Bennett looked like a black dude named Stetson or some shit like that. Like, he's out there doing what he want to do, running over defenses, looking like, doing this, like, grittying. It was bad, bro. Like, I don't want to see that. So I blame Michigan first, and then I blame the committee second. I really do, because I don't think the four best teams have to be picked, bro. I know you don't like that argument because of the records, but the 4 best teams have to be picked because we can't see this. And I feel like that this shit is they're going to take a look at this 12-team playoff picture and be like, ew, okay. So if the number 3 was this far behind the number 1, we want to do a number 1 versus a number 12. Like, we want to get 100 put on the scoreboard in the game. Like, so I don't know, man. What y'all think?
But the counter argument to that is that Tulane beat USC in the bowl, right? So Tulane last year, they were irrelevant, and somehow they beat USC this year with the Heisman winner. So I think that's an argument to it. But the Papa John's who beat Michigan bowl was embarrassing.
Well, Caleb Williams painted his fingernails before a game, so I wasn't confident in him. No, he don't really.
Well, he paints his fingernails before
good though. He didn't play shitty.
I don't care about it. He still painted him and lost. It was terrible. Sorry, bitch. I don't know, bro. I get what you're saying, man. But I feel like I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna always say it, bro. Just because of the playoffs, these bowl games, don't nobody give a fuck, win or lose. Like Tulane gave a fuck because now they just
exactly.
They probably got like 3 more recruits that they wasn't gonna get because they was like, look, we could beat USC. But
and that's my exact point. But there's people who come at Jim Harbaugh's neck for only winning one bowl game ever. But if you're not in the college football playoff, yeah, he's lost both his games. But what's it really matter? Like, you already have your recruits. It's fine. Like, the season's over. Play some backups. Get them experience. You know, put them in the limelight, whatever. But it's on the next season. Like, this doesn't matter if we're not playing.
You gotta look at it, bro. I think even with Ohio State last year when them 2 wide receivers set out, is that my Wi-Fi or
that's yours, man? Mine's been super sweet the whole time. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. You. So the wide receivers from Ohio State set out and let Marvin Harrison Jr. play and all of that, and it's like, all right, yeah, let's get them some experience. But I don't think bowl games matter. But you start adding the 12 teams, and now it does matter again.
It does matter
because you could potentially play again. But I don't know. I think like it's big of a blowout. The committee gonna be like, yeah, maybe we should do 8 teams instead of 12.
Yes. But 8 teams is the perfect number.
It is. I'm with y'all on 8 teams is the perfect number. But I do want to throw it in there that yes, we saw a blowout. I think TCU ran out of gas. If you look at their regular season, man, how many last-second games they won. To beat Baylor, they literally had to run the field goal kicker onto the field and get a last-second field goal with no timeouts. So it's like the writing's on the wall. I know, Tonio, you're talking about the bet, but we definitely made that, like, when the playoffs happened, it was just more of a fun ha-ha. Obviously, I've said it 100 times that the Final Four were not the best 4 teams. But if we're going to pick the best 4 teams every year, it's going to be the same teams every year. Alabama, Ohio State, Georgia, and Michigan. And it's just going to be – that's the beauty of college football is that you earn your way to get ranked. Iowa was ranked number 2 at one point last year, not this year. And they weren't the second best team by a long shot, but they still earned that rank, at least for that week. Like, and that's where I have the problem with, like, well, this is what we're going to get because let's say we have an 18 playoff, right? Let's say a number 8 seed takes some wins, gets to the national championship, and gets blown out again. We've seen blowouts 100,000 times. I'm going to pull up some numbers real quick. Oh, Tonio just bounced out.
Okay, so he wasn't down with your argument. He didn't want to hear it.
I feel it. But so then fine. So it's just you and me, Matt. I wonder if Tonio can jump back in. I don't know if that's the thing.
He can.
Okay. So if you look at the 2004 national championship, it was USC Oklahoma. USC won by 36. I understand that it's 58, but I'm going to keep going through some other things. 2015, and this is just college football playoffs, not national championships. You had Oregon beat Florida State by 39. You had Alabama beat Michigan State by 38. Michigan State didn't even score a fucking point against Alabama I think it was that year was the Rose Bowl. LSU Oklahoma playoff game with Joe Burrow in them with a Heisman winning quarterback, they won by 35 points. And then in 2016, when Clemson put a beat down on Ohio State and beat them by 31, Ohio State didn't score a point. So we can use the argument of TCU didn't deserve to be there, but they earned that spot to be there. They're not as good. And it's the beauty of it because it's like, that's literally the beauty of college football is that your team can go 5-6 the year before and then only lose a game and be ready for a national championship.
Yeah. I mean, it's who's going to show up that week. It's like, yeah, TCU beat Michigan, but like, should they have beat Michigan if, we didn't do some of the stupid shit? No. Obviously, in the second half, Michigan completely controlled the second half. We just couldn't catch up from our first half. Yeah. But Michigan went into Ohio State when no one thought they could win, and we demolished Ohio State in Ohio State. Yeah. So it's like it's any given week with college football, and they just weren't on. Like, yeah, maybe they use the motivation of like, hey, everyone's saying Michigan's going to beat us. Everyone's going to say Michigan's going to beat us, and they used that one week. But can you use that same motivation again the next week? It's just kind of like beating the old drum. So
yeah, and I do think a lot is to be said for. Hey, welcome back, dude.
What's up, bro? I had a Wi-Fi outage, bro. I don't know what happened.
So I was just saying, let me just run it back real fast. So I only got one national championship blowout. I'll just redo it for Tonio, right? So USC versus Oklahoma. USC beat them by 36 points. Okay. Now I'm just going to break down the college football playoff matchups, right? Oregon beat Florida State by 39 points. Alabama beat Michigan State by 38. Michigan didn't score a point. 2019, the LSU with Joe Burrow beat Oklahoma with a Heisman winning quarterback, beat them by 35. Clemson beat Ohio State one year in 2016 and beat them by 31 points. Ohio State didn't score a fucking point. Now, with that, that's how shit's gonna work sometimes. It's just blowouts happen all the time. Look at the Bucks beat the brakes off of Philadelphia last year in the playoffs in the NFL. And it's like that's just how shit happens sometimes. So even if we break it down to an 8 or keep the 4, there's always going to be someone who doesn't necessarily belong there, but can play a good game against a Michigan or play a good game against Ohio State to get to the national championship and just be out of gas. And I think we're just beating down on TCU like they didn't belong. They didn't belong. Would it have been a better game if it was Alabama and not TCU? Absolutely. But it would have been a better game if Michigan won. But then what if Georgia loses to Ohio State? Would Ohio State have put the same beat down on TCU? And honestly, probably if they put up 41 against Georgia, why would they not do the same shit to a TCU?
State blows.
Now,
I seen a tweet from somebody I follow on Twitter, and they was like, the Ravens fans got the worst fans ever. But I want to double back and say, it's any fan from the state of Ohio in any sport.
I can't argue with that.
I just
You just won me over.
Yeah, see, I don't.
Nah, they all third of that. How about that? Are we good with that?
There we go. The person's Aaron. If y'all want to know, that guy, that's the person who made the tweet.
I like that he's not here to defend himself. But let me raise something. What's that?
He never is.
Yeah, after a loss, count him out.
So let me ask this too. So I'm a big fan of, I don't care what you're doing on offense. The defense is there to stop you. So if it's a blowout and you keep throwing the ball, hey, fucking stop it. But I will say, if Kirby's smart, like I knew the game was over before the second half was it. I thought TCU had a chance. If they would have scored a touchdown before the second half was over, but they threw that pick and Georgia scored another touchdown, I was like, oh, it's it. That's a wrap. Like there's nothing else. But Kirby was throwing the ball deep into the third quarter. I think the last Stetson Bennett pass was with like 4 minutes left in the third.
No, it was the last Stetson Bennett pass was 13:54 in the fourth.
Damn. See,
yeah.
That was kind of fucking.
No, his foot. I applaud Kirby. Like I was going, hey, keep your foot in the gas. You never know what can happen.
That's true.
Yeah, you never, and we know from the Michigan game they can put up points and put in the right situation.
Especially just given TCU's track record all season, they've been down big before and they've came back. Yeah. But I think the problem between TCU and Georgia is when TCU gets in a position where they have to play their backups, where they're not TCU has elite starters, but they don't have the depth of a Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State, Alabama. They don't have recruiting like that.
That's where I come in with the 4 and 5 stars. If my backup might be a 5-star from Georgia.
Yeah. In TCU, they've got 1 2 stars, and their whole team is compromised by 3 stars. I think they have 1 5-star and like 4 4 stars. That's about it. 3 4 stars. So really, you put a backup in there, he might be a 2-star just grinding his ass off, and then you got a 5-star 17-year-old monster just beating the shit out of this 20-year-old man.
Yeah.
And it ain't a knock on that dude because kudos, you playing college ball, baby.
Yeah, good for you.
It's just
But when you signed up to go to TCU, you didn't expect to be playing Georgia in the national championship and getting put on your ass. That's not what you thought when you got that recruiting class. You're like, I'm going to TCU. This is great college football. Holy shit, I'm in front of Jalen Carter right now.
Bro, like, and that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't want to knock TCU because they got there. Boom. Yeah. They got there. I'm not knocking them for getting there because they did get there. They had their quarterback, Heisman finalist. Bro, they had a hell of a year. I'm not knocking them. I just don't think that it's Michigan's fault, bro. I cannot like because I wanted to see. I would have rather seen Jalen Carter against the best offensive line. Like, is this dude really elite? He going to get the best. Like if he's smacking JJ ass and he's going against the best offensive line, this dude and it would have helped because I don't think nobody's draft stock raised from Georgia.
No,
nobody.
Honestly, maybe Stetson Bennett's. I'll throw it in there. I think Stetson Bennett's did because of the way his post game interviews have been the exact thing you want from a quarterback. Just man, that TCU was really good. I'm so surprised that we were able to put up points like we did. Yada yada yada. They're such a great coach team. They were really disciplined, and all the film was showing us all this great things. That was fucking top notch. And the same thing with the Ohio State game. But I'm just over. I think what's starting to get under my skin really is that we're just saying TCU didn't deserve to be there, and because they're not the best 4 teams, and they're not. I don't think anyone in their right mind is saying TCU is a top 4 talented team who are going to make up the college football top 4. I don't think anyone's saying that. But Ohio State, and also as fans, we kind of deserved this beatdown because we had 2 amazing other games for the semifinals. You know what I mean? So it's like in the NBA when you get a good Western Conference and Eastern Conference finals, like both game 7s, you're getting a fucking sweep in the NBA finals, and then it's fucking that's what it is.
But the problem with that is that I don't think Tonio was here when I said it, but TCU used that motivation of, hey, they're the big dog on campus. They use all that motivation to go out there and play with everything they had. But how long can you keep instilling that in your players? Oh, we're the underdog. We just beat the people we shouldn't have beat. Now we're going against them. Now they think they're even, and they're not even. So they didn't. Yep. You can't keep telling people hey, we're gonna get our ass beat. This is what they're saying. We heard that last week and we beat them. And then you go into this game, you get your ass beat.
So at the end of the day, because we can talk about it. End of the day, the main point our fans need to take from this is Michigan screwed us over.
Yeah, welcome to my life.
They'll never live it down, dude. That's it. That's it forever.
Actually, the last thing about college football is Ohio State sucks. We can all agree. We can all agree that. Also, now before we leave college football, I didn't see if we had anything else in the notes. In the not too early, who y'all favorites for next year?
For Heisman or winning the Natty?
Just coming back to because the 12 team doesn't start until 24.
The year after next year.
So who y'all got? Just off the top right now, y'all name me 4 teams out of y'all choosing.
Alabama, Georgia, Ohio State. No, I'm going to go Michigan, not Ohio State, and USC.
Who you got, Matt?
I think after Nick Saban got embarrassed on live television from I forget who it was saying that Georgia's taking over
the new powerhouse.
Yeah. So I'm going to say Alabama, Michigan. I think Florida State does something next year.
What's in that beer?
No, Florida State. They had what's that 6'7" wide receiver? That dude's a stud. I think Florida State is going to be close, but I don't know if they
Travis Hunter's good too.
Yeah, so I'm just.
Or not Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter is good.
Franklin, right?
Yeah, that's it. You're right.
Yeah. So I'm just stretching there with FSU. And I say Clemson, they always have a chance. They have the easiest route besides Notre Dame. So Alabama, Michigan, Florida State. They got, what's his name? Someone with a K. Cade something.
So I got.
Took over for DJ.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he wasn't bad. I got Alabama, Georgia, Ole Miss, and Michigan. That's what I got. Top 4.
You got 3 SEC.
The SEC, bro. Hear me out. SEC got better record wise this year, bro. We had more 8-9 win teams than we had in a while.
Two teams are stretching. That's why I didn't put Georgia. 2 teams are stretched from 1. That's why I didn't put Georgia.
That's okay.
I feel like Georgia doesn't make college football playoff next year.
Why? Nah. So I was just about to ask you, Matt, because you were freaking out about 3 SEC teams. I'm more freak. I could see 3 SEC teams getting in over 2 ACC teams, and that's what you have picked.
I mean, that's a good point, but Clemson, who do they play? Yeah, they have to play FSU, but I feel like they're both going to – I don't know. I feel like everyone overlooks hypes up the ACC more than
Let
they
me ask
should.
you a question.
So, yeah.
Back-to-back national championship, and they'll have one loss if Nick blasts them in the SEC championship. You don't think they make it?
No, I think Tennessee beats Georgia this year. I'm pretty sure they play again, and then Nick.
That's the thing.
Nick's
though,
not
right?
getting embarrassed again until he dies.
That's the thing, though. The dude that embarrassed Nick wasn't wrong. Not only they young, except for Stetson. Like
but Georgia has a 4-game stretch next year that's going to be pretty tough. It's Florida, Tennessee, Ole Miss, and LSU.
Oh, well, I forgot they played us. Last time we played Georgia, 45-14, baby. Ole Miss. We beat the dog shit out of them boys. So, we can repeat that. But I don't know, but I just feel like if they look up and beat Ole Miss, I don't think nobody on that side gonna beat them again this year. They really and who Henry Hooker gone, right? Or he coming back?
Yeah, but they got the biggest arm in college football, though.
Yeah, Joe Milton. He looked like a dog in fucking on the bowl.
Yeah, he looked like a quarterback in that bowl game.
He looked good. He done got coached up since he was up there with y'all.
Well, yeah, because Josh Heupel is something else with these quarterbacks. I don't know what it is, man, but he's definitely like, hey, man, you have the biggest dick around here. Act like it. And then
I feel like that's got to be one of the hardest jobs in all of football. Is you have a young quarterback who can throw it 85 yards. Tell him to not throw it like that every time. He's not going to listen to you.
Because in high school, every coach was like, hey, just get it down there. Like,
yeah. See,
punt it every time.
I think, and this we can get on to the NFL, but I think in high school, when you got an arm and you can run, high school coaches they not trying to.
Yeah, and you're bigger than your offensive lineman.
The only coach that can really coach a good quarterback that's dual threat is
Rich Rodriguez.
Huh?
Is Lincoln Riley.
No, I'm talking about high school.
Is high school coaches off the top of your head?
Down there coaching the Dillon Panthers. Good old
Trent Dilfer.
Nah, man.
I do want to see what Trent does with UAB this year.
What's his name?
Playoff underdogs.
What's his name?
The coach for the Dillon Panthers.
Where's that at?
Eric, bro, Friday Night Lights, the series, bro. Like, how y'all not watch that?
I've only seen the first episode, and I was just like,
it's terrible. All football shows, movies are really awful.
It's not terrible.
You ever seen Last Chance U, Matt? Are you crazy?
I don't like it. Well, that's like a documentary, but still, like,
you don't like Varsity Blues, dude? You don't like Friday Night Lights, the movie?
No, because once they do something football, it makes me cringe. It's like, what are you doing?
What are you talking about? You don't have. What about The Waterboy, the best football movie ever?
See, no, that's good. I'm just saying most are awful.
Nah, bro. Eric Taylor, the man, Coach Taylor, that's his name, bro. It get to 5.
Drill bit Taylor,
huh?
Wow.
It get to 5 seasons, Billy, and Michael B. Jordan becomes his quarterback in like the hood, and he got to adapt to being a coach in the hood.
That's not what Friday Night Lights is about. It's about Permian.
Yeah, well, they made it a series, Billy, and it's good.
What city are they in the series?
Dillon, Texas.
Oh my good lord! They just
Billy, you ever been to Dillon?
No, I think it's fake. I've been to Odessa, Permia.
Yeah, same thing. That's Odessa, Permia, Dillon, same thing.
All right. So speaking of the best coach from Dillon, Texas, we got some coaching openings in the NFL, boys. We got Houston, Denver, Carolina, and I think I'm missing one. Indianapolis. Yes. Where do you think?
Arizona?
Oh shit, Arizona too. Yeah, thank God Cliff Kingsbury's out of there. I know that y'all know I hate Cliff Kingsbury.
I don't know why.
Because he's a bum. He didn't win in college, gets an NFL gig, doesn't win in the second half. He's still like one game under 500 in his total fucking win-loss record. Dude's a fucking bum, and he's real handsome. So I get like people want that to be your head coach, but that shit don't win fucking games, man. And he's a fucking bum, just a bum. I'm glad he's fired. I hope he never coaches in the NFL again.
But would you kiss him?
Yes.
Okay.
Not forcibly. He would have to ask me, and then I would.
Oh, of course, consent.
Yeah, right. Where do y'all think? I'm gonna send it to Matt. Where do you think the best opening is?
I would like to say Arizona because they have Kyler Murray. They actually have a quarterback, but that whole franchise is dysfunctional. So I'm going to say Carolina.
Tonio, best opening.
I'm going Indy. Indy got a good defense. They got a good running back. They just need two things: quarterback, wide receiver, and that's it. Like,
I don't think they need a wide receiver. Michael Pittman, I think, could be a dog. Alex Pierce from Cincinnati is pretty good also. I think they need a head coach and a quarterback that's not old as fuck. You guys think they take one in the draft this year?
Derek Carr.
Oh.
Yeah, see, it's quarterbacks over.
I'm not a Derek Carr hater either, by the way.
I like Derek Carr. I think they get Matt's fake ass Jeff Sunday out of there, and they go get a good coach. They go get Lovey need to end up there because he can make that defense his. He can use the running game, and he used to
bring the Tampa 2 back to Indy.
Yeah. He playing with terrible quarterbacks. Lovey got Rex Grossman to the Super Bowl, bro. Like, let's not forget that.
I don't think any of us have. I think real like dudes like us, like more passionate football fans. Like we just have more fans with like more useless knowledge and like more understanding of the game. Not like just regular fans of a team. Understand that Lovie Smith is probably one of the better coaches that you're gonna get, which is another reason like why would anyone want to go coach in Houston?
I don't know. I'm gonna be real with you. This might be premature. I think Houston needs to sell the team. Like, bro, they gotta go somewhere else, man.
So I was gonna give you the screen to yourself so you can go on a rant, but like you realize they just got there in 04 or 02, right?
And they haven't had success, bro. Like, pack it up.
Yeah, they have. They've been in the playoffs like a lot of fucking times.
You talking about moving the franchise already?
Yeah, bro. Get them out of there, bro.
Move him to where?
Anywhere. Mississippi.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Put him in Biloxi.
Nah, we don't like put him in the middle, like so everybody can come. Put him in Jackson.
I don't know about that, dude.
That's not in the middle.
Either they're gonna play good or they're gonna get shot at. And so they can pick what they want. But I still go ahead.
I was just gonna say, dude, I think Carolina is a great job, but I think Steve Wilkes won that job. Am I crazy to say that?
I just think Carolina got the same curse that Atlanta got, bro. Till they do right by Cam Newton, they gonna suck forever. Just like Atlanta
by re-signing him.
Atlanta gonna suck forever because they ain't do right by Michael Vick.
They had to do that with Vic though. Like,
no, they didn't, bro. Big Ben, who we was just talking about, Arthur Blank could have did the same shit that what's the Steelers owner?
Arthur Rooney.
Art Rooney was in every one of them rape cases with Big Ben.
But Ben never did time for those.
Yeah, and if Arthur Blank show up, write a little $2 million check to Peter, Vic ain't going to jail neither.
His allegations weren't even close to Deshaun Watson's. And Deshaun is still playing.
Exactly, bro. Deshaun ain't do no jail time.
Exactly. But Vic did. Vic did 2 years.
Jail time.
Vic was convicted, though. I think y'all are missing the conviction part.
He was convicted.
No, not y'all.
Atlanta didn't give a fuck. Hey, Atlanta didn't give a fuck. Hey, yo, man, I'm gonna fight for Vic, bro. Cause he was how the fuck he fighting dogs in Virginia from Atlanta? Come on, man.
Yeah, I know. It was his brothers at his house, and he's ended up doing jail time for it.
Well, I'm gonna throw it out there because that was probably one of my favorite ESPN 30 for 30s was the Vic one, and Vic did say he was in Atlanta or in Virginia every weekend, like after the game, like he wouldn't show up till Tuesday on his practice, like.
But that don't mean he was fighting a dog. You gotta understand. Now, am I saying that he ain't have no knowledge? Of course he did in his fucking house. Am I not saying he paid for some of the dogs and some of the shit? I'm not saying that, but bro,
yeah, I think he was just writing a big old check, like, "Hey, just do whatever you're doing. Just keep my house."
And leave me out of it. They ain't do that. Somebody dropped the ball. Arthur Blank could have picked it up, and he didn't. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just say, if he would have did that, that's why Atlanta lost 28. They had 28-3, came back. That victory.
So Matt, you said Arizona's the best opening. Who do you think goes?
Goes to Arizona?
Yep.
I don't know who would want to take over. Well, I didn't say Arizona was the best. I said I feel like they are possibly the best because they have Kyler Murray, they have a quarterback. But Carolina, I think, is the best opening just because they have talent on both sides of the ball. They're really just missing a quarterback and maybe like a running back. Well, I mean, they just traded CMC, but they're a good team.
Let me stop you right there. I don't think
people I got.
What's up, Tonio?
I got 3 people for him.
Hold on. I just want to get to Matt's point about they might need a running back. Dude, Devontae Foreman and
Chuba Hubbard. Tell me as a Lions fan that I don't know they're good.
No, that sucks. I'm so sorry. But I'm saying though, they're fine at running back. I think the CMC thing was just a more wide opening kind of thing than anything else. I think I'm with you. Carolina might be the best. I think Carolina's going to be the best if Jim Harbaugh jumps. And I'm sorry to shit on your Michigan team, but I think that's the only thing that makes Carolina better.
Carolina's already ruled out Jim Harbaugh.
Oh, they have.
They've already ruled him out, but they just interviewed Jim Caldwell, though.
Well, anywhere Jim goes, greatness follows. So,
Jim Caldwell, Jim Harbaugh, Jims are just good. You can rely on a Jim.
You can rely on a Bill. That's what you can rely on. That's what you can rely on. Self-ability.
What I wanted to rewind to this. We talked about Houston moving. If Houston moves, they have to rebrand, right? They couldn't be the San Diego Texans, could they?
Why not? Everybody should be a Texan, in my opinion.
It's like reverse. Texans are complaining that Californians are coming to Texas. Texans go to California.
Go to San Diego. That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of cool.
So you had 3 points.
So no, I got 3 people for Arizona. The Eagles offensive coordinator.
Who was that?
Shane Steichen, I think that's how you say his name.
Okay.
Nah, he's already got a terrible name.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good name to be a head coach.
The Bills offensive coordinator.
Boom. That's a bad voice.
And then right there at home for them, Vance Joseph, their defensive coordinator.
Hold on. I've got one. Eric Bieniemy.
I don't think he ever getting a head coaching job, bro.
So
I feel like that'd be a spot for him.
I think Billy, when you got Andy Reid, bro. I mean not Andy Reid, but Andy Reid.
So let me go to your Kid Dorsey thing. Kid Dorsey's awful. He made the Bills worse on offense. He doesn't know how to run the ball. That's number 1. Number 2, oh my God. Matt, what did you just say?
Eric Bieniemy?
Eric Bieniemy is calling plays for the first time in Kansas City, and Kansas City has had the best offense they've had since they've had Patrick Mahomes.
They're doing ring around the Rosie. Ring around the Rosie. Their huddle was ring around the Rosie. And they scored a touchdown.
Goddamn ass Billy. I said, hey man, you was like, it's all Andy Reid. That's
I just said he needs to call plays. That's all I said. I didn't say See,
hey, Bill, I'm trying to defend you, bro, from these allegations that you've been going through. There you go, right there. That's got to be racist.
Stop.
I'm just playing. Nah, they do look good as fuck, bro. That ring around the Rosie shit, and it was a touchdown. Like
that was so cool. I don't get like
having fun, bro. Like, hey, just go out here and do this shit. Man.
That's one of those things. That's one of those things that people get upset at. But like, okay, you're upset, but stop it. Like,
just stop it.
If you stopped it, you could laugh at them like you guys are idiots. But no, now you're complaining that they did that, but you didn't stop it.
So moving on, we talked about Arizona. Who going to the Broncos to work with that shit show? Because they gotta ask Russ for like, hey man, you a godly man. Hey, you suck. Can we get some of our money back?
Billy.
And can we move on?
Billy.
What's up, Matt?
How old is Gary Kubiak?
Old as fuck. I think
feel like he should come back and coach the Broncos again. He's what?
I think he has health issues, dude.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like he could have pulled an Urban Meyer. Peyton retired. I'm out of here too. You know.
I feel
but
that.
Now he's got a decent quarterback. You know, Russ showed what he can do in the final week. Finally.
No, but I think Denver's that's so scary because you got the richest owner in the NFL, and you have. I don't know what kind of expectations after this year they're going to have, but I feel like they still think with that defense, why are they not in the playoffs?
And speaking of that defense, that's probably who they're going to look at first for the head coaching.
D'Amico Ryan's interviewed for the job too.
What is his name? Eoro Everio or something like that. That's their defensive coordinator. They suck, but he had them in top 10 defense this year. So
no, the defense is good though. But
yeah,
I think
defense is good, but can they translate that to a head coach? Like, I don't know. Because who wants to go and coach Russ? Like, Russ has been royally exposed this year, like to the point where it's like, bro, you might not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
The problem is, who wants to go coach Russ? But then that team also doesn't have first and second round draft picks for the next 2 years. So it's like, I got to coach this old Mr. Unlimited and then not get anything either.
But they gotta figure out a way to get Russ to restructure. Hey, bro, you catfished us. Give us some of my money back so we can trade for something, bro. Like,
no, but I don't think team 3, not the Darren Hamlin team, but team 3 with Russell Wilson. I don't think they're not gonna let him do that. I think Denver's gonna be kind of a shit show for 5 years, and I could be wrong.
Which is sad because that defense.
Do you think they could trade Russ again? I wonder if there's a no trade clause in this contract.
No. Maybe the Jets would take him.
I like that though. I think Rob Saleh wouldn't put up with that shit.
No, Mr. Unlimited in New York, the mob would have to take him out. His head would just be this big.
Or would it be smaller because they actually criticize players in the big markets?
Yeah. So either his head would get way too big or Russ might be on suicide watch.
Nah, he's not going to. Sierra not going to never give him the opportunity to be on suicide watch. You would never kill yourself going home sleeping with her. But
you can't shit on me. Every week I've said Sierra is the reason Russ is Russ. And then you.
See, you be like, well, he's married to Sierra. I'm just saying he's not going to kill himself. His career is done, though. He's done. I just call him a second ballot Hall of Famer, bro. If he has another season like this, he might not get in the Hall of Fame, Billy. I'm sorry. I know you got a Super Bowl win, bro, but now we got to go back and look into that defense way more. Like, damn, they was really
monsters. Jim Harbaugh.
It took him to week 18 to score more touchdowns than he has toilets in his house.
See, bro, and that's a crazy ass stat. He only got 8 toilets, bro. Or 6 toilets.
No, he has 12 toilets. He has 12 toilets.
Bro, that's terrible. Like, he got to be.
How many kids do they have? That's so many bathrooms.
He's got like 3 of Futures.
He only got 1 of Futures. The rest of them is.
He's got some from the past.
I don't know, because I think she just had a baby recently too, right? That's
be his.
We be real. I'm going to go with the Billy shit. All that fucking. That's what it, bro. Like,
hey, this football shit is second to. I don't give a fuck about that.
But speaking of Russ, let's talk about the clout Russ had his last game. Looking around for camera. Lean back, Billy. Looking back for cameras in regards to number 3. I think that the NFL, ESPN, and everybody has used the Mars injury for the biggest clout reel. Not everybody. So some people, them first night people that were sincere about watching it, Shannon Sharp not coming on the show the next day because he ain't like what Skip said. Like them people, them first right there, people that was like, yo, that's fucked up. You know, we should have stopped the game. Let's not worry about the game. Yeah, boom. Now everybody on the bandwagon now, like ESPN turning their mics to 3s. it's cool. It was cool.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. That shit was dope. But
the 3 on the 30s, that was tight.
Yeah,
They
but
literally just turned the microphone upside down.
Now teams doing. I'm kind of torn with the teams doing numbers on their shit because we see the NBA do this all the time. Because everybody in the NBA, if you watch any basketball games, you look now, it's a 6 on everybody's jersey for the late great Bill Russell. So I'm not mad at that. Excuse me, but DeMar didn't die. Like, I mean, well, technically
He did.
Technically, but he ain't dead, right? So I get it, but I think it's a too far limit because even DeMar himself woke up and was like, "Who won the game?" Yep. So I get it. Like we all life over everything, right? Life
Absolutely.
over everything. Never somebody die. Life over everything. But I think like a lot of people took this for class, especially ESPN. And I got a theory that might throw y'all off, but I'm about to go down a rabbit hole. I think ESPN jumped on this DeMar situation because of the backlash they was receiving for not being on the Dana White situation like they was on Kyrie about all that shit. And I feel like, boom, that DeMar shit just lined up perfectly with them to be like, boom, let's everybody
all that shit.
Yeah, everybody loves heartfelt. Let's get on that. Because Dana slapped the shit out of his wife, but UFC pays a lot of money. We got a big contract with ESPN, pay-per-view money. Like Dana White, good friend with everybody at ESPN. We're not gonna run that story like that. But a lot of big name people, big name athletes, big name people on other networks was like, well, shit, y'all talk about Kyrie every 30 minutes. I ain't seen nothing about Dana White other than he apologized. He's all against.
He's a great man, and this is a one-time slip up.
He's the leader of men against women, and I really think now that's just me, bro. I could be down the biggest rabbit hole it is, but the shit lined up too perfectly, bro. And I feel like they overkilling the DeMar shit, like because once we found out his vitals was in the clear, like cool, we want to keep check on him, but they reporting on it every day, like and like I said. For his organization, I'm glad that his money went from like $38,000 in donations to like $3 million.
Yeah,
kudos for them kids that's getting help. Kudos to him for making it, bro. Like I am all for that, but I think like everybody was dwelling on that on these networks like ESPN because of that. They didn't want to talk about that Dana White shit, and I could be wrong.
So that is kind of a not crazy conspiracy, but that is kind of out there. But it is crazy how you're talking about how it lined up. You're right. I do think it's a little redundant. Of obviously someone's life matters more than the NFL. I don't think anyone agrees with. Well, who gives a fuck? He knows what he was signed up for. I have not seen that argument, and I've looked for it. I haven't seen it. Somebody can send it to us. Let me know. Look at screenshots and Facebook comments. I just have not seen that particularly yet because someone literally died on the field. I get that he was revived. Everything's fine now, and he's doing good, which is great. But the way the world stopped and came to this guy and like we all agreed at the same time, like, let's pray for this guy. I think it's good that we're talking about prayers. I think it's awesome. But my wife, who knows nothing about football other than Justin Tucker kicked a really long field goal, 2 years ago. But
stop it.
Sorry. But for her to literally, she was like sending me and Matt were going to do the show, but we stopped. I was like, hold on, let me just I'm going to check this out. We're going to watch this for a second. And just the amount of care my wife had for what was happening to this man. She had no idea who he was, no idea what anything was going on, right? I think that showed us a bigger thing than what football really is. But I hate that we cannot criticize the NFL's way of handling the football side of it as a coin toss to decide, a neutral site at the AFC. I think it's wild that we can't say that without looking like insensitive pieces of shit.
I feel like we're not insensitive though. I feel all right, I get it. That don't happen. I'm playing football if I seen one of my homies, he didn't even have to be my homie, somebody on the same team with me, or I'm playing and I'm around the situation, I'm on the field and I see this dude like die, and it's just like, yeah, I can't play football right now, but hey, let's play tomorrow. And tomorrow I can go rest up. Let me have an opportunity to decide this. Like, because in a day we get paid to play this. And you know my favorite saying about football. You learn from Pee-wee. Dog, this is a dangerous sport.
Sure.
You can die. Right? We saw Ryan Shazier get paralyzed. It's people that get messed up. We see all these people that stop playing the games and still have injuries later down the road to make them kill their families, like from CTE. Football is not a powder puff sport. I'm sorry. Everything's so PG now, and there's no shot at DeMar. Like I said, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, we don't care about his life. But at the same time, football, these dudes get paid millions to do this, put their bodies on the line, on all of that. It's a risk every time, bro. Every time you step on the football field, bro, you don't even have to. I've seen injuries happen that you like, bro, when nobody. We seen Reggie Bush run to the sideline when he was playing, caught a screen, run to the sideline, try to stop.
Brian Dawkins killed him.
Exactly. No, I ain't even talking about a lick. I'm talking about him tearing his fucking ACL on the sideline trying to stop. Like, we see freak accidents all the time, bro. First of all, I want to say shout out to T. Higgins because he's been getting death threats, like, for playing football, bro. Like, when he got tackled, he didn't even. They saying they trying to make it like, oh, well, he shouldn't have put his body into him. Like, well, I'm supposed to just get hit. It's football, bro. Like,
yeah.
So I just want people to remember that, like, life over everything. But end of the day, it's football. It still got to be played. We still got to. I commend Roger for how they handled it that night. Boom, we're gonna postpone it. But then a coin toss, I don't like that. I feel like they should have played. They should have had that opportunity. Let's have 2 Thursday night games. Let's get y'all more ratings than we ever had. Like, do some shit like that. A Friday night game. Let's do something we never did before. Like,
absolutely.
The team was already there. Hey, y'all just chill in town for a while. We'll give y'all extra days to play. You know, if you're in a wild card game, we'll reschedule that. Like, I feel like it was more that could be done other than a coin toss.
Absolutely, and I'm with you. And I think another thing that goes into it is, like, so if we're not thinking about standings and how all that stuff works, like, let's think about, well, Kansas City, Buffalo, Cincinnati. How much money could that have helped the city of those places having an AFC championship game there? Whoever gets that number 1 seed, you know what I mean? And then just looking at it in that way. And then if I'm looking at it in a more selfish way, the Ravens, right? If they would have lost that game, the game week 18, if the Ravens beat the Bengals, which we didn't, so it's like now it's mute. But at the time, you can think of, well, the Ravens can get a home playoff game. That would be really cool for the city of Baltimore to have a home playoff game. Again, helping all the communities, helping all that stuff. And I just think if I say, hey, life over all the football stuff, I can say that. But also be very concerned.
Football, bro. Like,
that's all. Yeah, I'm just very.
Like I said, man,
it's wild.
What's that?
Do you guys remember 2012? His name was Jovan Belcher.
Nope.
Killed his family, killed himself at the Chiefs practice facility, middle of the season.
Oh my God! Yes, I remember
They played 5 days later. They just, that guy killed himself. Roster spot open, signed somebody, played the next game. He killed his whole family, his wife, his kids, killed himself in the Chiefs practice facility because he went to go to the head coach to apologize. Killed himself.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So like I said, man, we definitely praying for DeMar. I hope that they figure out what was wrong with it, what caused it. I hope he's able to play football again if that's what he chooses to do.
Absolutely.
But, we still got to play football. And the last topic, I don't see it. Oh, no, we got a couple more topics. While we're talking about injuries, Billy, I hate to say I told you so because I didn't want to be right about this. But Tua. I think it's over, bro.
So
I think it's over.
I think it is over, and I think it is because of where we're at in society. Like nobody wants. I don't want Tua to fuck himself up for further down the line, but I do think we should at least give him, if he wants to keep playing. I don't think we should take that from somebody. Like insert any job, not just the NFL, any job you have. If you keep getting fucked up or your knees are really bad, but you gotta stand all day anyway, I don't want to take that job that you love because you're getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it should be on the person to leave or to not have any more chances, if that makes any sense.
I have a perfect example for this. Like 10 years ago, you guys remember Javid Best?
Yep.
Yeah. Tua is modern day Javid Best. In the NFL, literally no team would sign him because the Lions, we released him like, hey, buddy, you're done playing football. Like, that's it. You have too many concussions. And then no other team would sign him. He worked out. They're like, yeah, we're not doing it.
Yeah.
Like, we're not taking that risk. We're not for you. We're not taking that risk.
Yeah, bro. So I told you, Billy, I thought, and the Dolphins look too good. I get it. But I thought he should have sat that seat. Bro, 2 back-to-back. Like, 2 back-to-back. Hey, you done, bro. Like,
yeah,
let's make it to the playoffs with Teddy Bridgewater, who
Skylar Thompson's going to start because Teddy got fucked up too.
Yeah, Teddy got a concussion too. They need to fix them out, that offensive line, bro. God, no.
Well, they got the best left tackle fucking in the league, probably.
They getting hit from the right then, because shit, it's bad, bro. But I just I don't know, bro. Like when you said that he was gonna play for, because you know, bro, he was in Hawaii, Alabama moved him here. And I'm pretty sure Alabama took care of him, and he wanted to just take care of his family. Because I don't know if Baby Tua is gonna come in the league. Baby Tua got numbers at Maryland, but I don't think he gonna be no high draft pick or nothing like that.
No,
so, you know, Tua gotta do it, but I just think I don't know, because I like their coach. I don't know. I feel like the organization failed Tua the first concussion this year when they play 4 days later. I don't think we in this situation if they do that, if they sit him out.
All right. With that, let's move on. We'll go ahead, since we're talking about Tua and Skylar Thompson, Teddy Bridgewater, and all of them. Wild card weekend, or excuse me, super wild card weekend. I fucking hate that we call it. It's just wild card weekend. That's the end of it. But Buffalo, Miami. Are we giving Miami a chance at all to beat the Bills?
Third string quarterback, no chance.
Unless Tyreek Hill, they use him as a punt returner, kick returner, and he just goes off, there's no chance.
No chance.
Okay. So I'll give the Dolphins a chance. I'm not saying no chance. Then Baltimore, Cincinnati. Speaking of QB injuries, Lamar did not practice again today. It's looking like but we might run it with Snoop Huntley. So what do y'all think about the Baltimore Bengals game?
Bengals gonna win because y'all refuse to just pay Lamar. Lamar would play if y'all paid him. You know it. Y'all just made a linebacker. Everybody but Lamar. A linebacker y'all just got middle of the season. Highest paid linebacker in the league now.
Well, he's also leading the NFL in tackles since he's got here by like a lot.
Billy, I don't care. Lamar won MVP for y'all. Lamar was leading the league in touchdowns.
I don't want to pay Lamar. I'm saying pay Lamar, absolutely.
I think Lamar's just constipated.
Huh? What'd you say?
Lamar's just constipated.
Nah,
he's just run back out to the field.
He hasn't come back out.
He's just fucking broke. But we're gonna take him kindly and a trade for Mac Jones to Baltimore. So I got the Bengals, bro. Unless we see in the next 3 days, boom, breaking news. Baltimore pays Lamar $412 million for the next 8 years. I don't think y'all got it, man. Snoop ain't bad though, but I give y'all actually let me double back. I give the Dolphins a 12% chance. I give y'all, because of y'all run game and y'all defense being solid, 45%. No, 35%. I give y'all 35% because of the run game and because of y'all defense being solid.
I respect it. Thank you. I'm taking the Ravens though.
I'm gonna go on out on the limb, I'm going to say Ravens just because Joe Burrow has seemed extra cocky lately.
Oh,
like more than like he normally is. Like
so
they asked him what his window was. He's like, as long as I'm playing, there's always a window. Like,
you didn't like that?
I like it. Like if that was my quarterback, but it's not my quarterback, so take it easy a little bit. All right.
Well,
like, you're good, but like you're not fucking gonna win a championship every season, right?
I mean, but I like it though. Like you gotta be confident in yourself. That's what happened to JJ in the TCU game. He got that one win against Ohio State. Confidence just like dwindling. If he would have went out there like cigar smoking Joe, boom. So yeah, I'm sorry, man. I didn't have to bring it up. Who's the next team?
All right, so we got Jacksonville versus the LA Chargers. Who do y'all got in this? This is interesting.
I got the Jags, bro. Hey, bro, I got the Jags, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Harrison, bro, who called y'all the Sad Wars all season until they lost the last 7. God, do y'all remember when the Titans started 7-3 and then lost the last 7? Is probably the funniest shit I seen with them using the Remember the Titans movie thing. That's funny as hell. I got the Jags, bro.
I also got the Jags. I think Larry, Doug Peterson got there and showed them like, hey man, this is what real NFL coaching is like. So just forget all that shit from your rookie year. We'll just start over. Who you got, Matt?
The Chargers, because Keenan Allen's going to go off. Austin Eckler's going to go off. Whatever Brandon, whatever his the coaching name is, he's going to go for it. Staley, yeah. I was thinking of the old Broncos wide receiver. What's his name?
Brandon Stokely.
Stokely. That's what I was like. That's not his name. But he's going to go for it every 4th down. They're going to convert 75%. They're going to beat the dog shit out of the Jags.
Justin Herbert gonna get exposed.
No, social media quarterback is gonna be even more social media quarterback.
Justin Herbert gonna throw for.
He's about to go viral
and 62 yards. That's it.
He's about to go viral, and then next round he's gonna get blown out.
Okay, so then let's move over to the NFC. We got the Cowboys, Buccaneers. Hold on, Tonio. I know you got it. Hold on. I'm gonna go to Matt first.
Tom is gonna spank that ass.
Okay.
Dak is the worst quarterback in the league.
Like the whole league?
In the whole league. He's thrown an interception in 7 straight games.
But
that's awful. Every other quarterback who's ever done that has been benched. You're out.
Let me just throw this out here. I think I hate the Cowboys so much. I'm like worried about talking about how much I hate them. I think that's where like my mind is at. I don't know why that's like what manifests for the show, but that's what happened.
If the Cowboys had literally any other quarterback, they would be a great team, and I'd be like, fuck, I hate to say it, but they might win the Super Bowl. But Dak makes so many dumb decisions. Like, did you see versus the Commanders? There's 2 same decisions. He almost threw a pick, and then he's like, I'm going to throw that again. Threw a pick 6. Are you?
But how many of those picks though are off the receiver's hands? Dak has the highest off the receiver's hand pick in the NFL.
Not versus the Commanders. It was ugly.
No. I'm just saying you're with your stat about the interceptions per game. I'm just throwing that out there just as a caveat.
Okay, so then what are you trying to say? CeeDee Lamb is a bum?
No. The other receivers he has.
Oh, the other ones, not CeeDee.
All right, Tony, I'll go ahead and talk about your Cowboys.
It's my turn. I'm gonna turn into the name we don't speak. It's my turn.
No, dude, you gotta put your hat on forward and like look back into the camera.
I think with Tom coming off his best game of the year by 400 and something, 489, 469.
Well, Mike Evans helped with that also.
And he gonna help shit on. First of all, the cornerback that was supposed to be the best in the league now, Trayvon Diggs.
Well, he's still a cornerback. I don't know why you quoted cornerback.
Yeah, because last year he had all them picks, but everybody didn't want to say that he
was torching his ass all
year. Yeah, he was getting torched.
No, we argued in a Facebook group over this. That dude he's also hot dog shit.
Yeah, no, he's
awesome. That's where I'm going with it. Everybody was like, "Oh, we got all the picks," but
you're making it sound like we think he's good.
No, I said everybody. When I talk about everybody, that's not us.
Everybody outside this. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe Aaron probably think he good. He a buck.
No, he
he's a
doesn't.
fanboy.
I'll speak up for Aaron. He doesn't.
Anyway, Mike Evans gonna have another good week. Chris Godwin gonna have a good week because we gotta go back. The Bucks been playing better lately, right? And they beat this team. Same trash offensive line, and they beat them because, like he said, Dak fucking sucked. The Cowboys suck. Jerry Jones sucked.
I don't think the Cowboys suck. I just think Dak is holding that team back.
Hey, well, don't interrupt me then. I'm on a rant. Let me start over. Dak sucked. Jerry Jones sucked. The Cowboys sucked. Mike McCarthy sucked. Like they all suck. Defense good, but it ain't gonna be good enough. Brady definitely gonna go in there and be like, yeah, I'ma still play. And I lost that bitch. I don't care. I don't need Giselle no more. I'll beat y'all with Giselle getting on my fucking nerves. Now I'm free. He finna go out there and let that shit fly. We finna see playoff Lenny come back.
Forgot about playoff Lenny.
Bro, playoff, he looked good in the playoffs, Billy. I don't care what you say, but he looks good in the playoffs.
Watch. Rashad White is a 30,000 times better back than Leonard Fournette could ever.
Take it easy. But while we're talking about players, can I just say that I think if Julio plays, he goes over 100 yards and a touchdown in this game? Jot that down. Hey, jot that down and put my signature next to it. If he plays.
100 yards and what? Just 100 yards?
Touchdown. No, not 200 yards. 100 yards and a touchdown.
Now, Billy, I ain't gonna go that far and agree with that dumbass shit because Julio, Julio, the AD of the NFL. I don't.
That's why I said if he plays.
So I don't know. Like,
but we know how the NFL works. Old dudes show up in the playoffs for no reason.
That's true, Matt. That's true.
That is.
I know the
Eric Weddle came out of retirement teaching kindergartners and won a Super Bowl ring last year.
Yeah, you're right.
Led the team in tackles in the playoffs. Hasn't played in a year and a half.
Either way, I'm assuming everybody except Billy got Tampa Bay.
I also have Tampa Bay.
Boom. New York
Bay podcast.
The New York Football Giants versus Matt's favorite team. The Minnesota Vikings.
It's like a shot.
Yeah.
Matt, you got to
use because
that. Come on, man. You've been on the show enough. I'm taking the Minnesota Vikings. I know everybody hates it. I'm taking the Vikings.
Who else? Who wouldn't take the Vikings? Only person not taking the Vikings is this guy.
No, you got to do the other side, Tonio. You pointed at me.
Yeah, you pointed up.
Nope, other way. There you go.
See, on my screen, he right here and you right here.
Oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's not how that is at all.
There we go. Yes.
Maybe you're just living in a parallel universe. Like
probably
everything's reversed.
Yeah, but I'm going.
We're all three just living on different planes of like life, and it's just all happening right here.
I really need to start drinking more before we do these, so I can be on the same level. Y'all got me. Matt, why are you taking the Giants?
Saquon Barkley's about to go fucking nuts. Also, Kenny Golladay just caught a touchdown. He was 74 short of getting his $800,000 bonus, but he also might go wild too, just for old NFC North sakes, you know.
Anyway, Vikings by a landslide.
Saquon is going to beat him single-handedly.
Vikings by a landslide. This one is the most interesting one, Billy. San Francisco versus Seattle.
Not the most interesting.
Yes, it is, bro.
It's not. San Francisco is going to beat them by 27 points.
I don't think the Lions needed to be in that spot.
You think? Okay, hold on, Tonio, before you go. So if let's say Detroit won that spot, did they beat San Francisco?
We have the best offense in the NFC. We would have competed with them compared to Seattle, who's about to get their dicks blown off. I don't think we would have beat them.
Look, man, I'm big on it's hard to beat the same team 3 fucking times. That's hard in the NFL. That's hard to do, man.
Yeah, but I think Geno has a great story, just like Max Duggan, you know. But it's the playoffs now. It's the playoffs now. It's the playoffs now. Now, I'm not saying the Lions would have won a playoff game, but we would have made it a game.
Okay.
You get a kneecap biter in the playoffs, it's a problem.
All right.
But see,
No,
that's the thing.
hold on. So you got San Francisco, Matt?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
By a landslide.
I got Seattle because Matt said something interesting. He said Geno got the same story as Max Duggan. Well, that means Geno gonna win one, then get his ass whooped.
No, this is Geno's national championship right here. He doesn't have Tavon.
Yeah,
Austin
Geno
and
played
West
that well
Virginia.
to get them in the playoffs, and then that's a wrap now.
All right. Well, I got Seattle, man. Write that down.
Hey, jot that down, would you?
I'm jotting. But speaking of awful takes, Tonio,
Yes, sir.
what's going on in the NBA?
Hey, man. Y'all took a week off. I put in notes for Billy, but Billy don't give a
We don't read.
I literally said on the show I didn't want to disrespect Tonio's top tier without Tonio here.
And that was sweet. I seen that, bro.
Okay.
That was sweet, bro.
Thank you.
So Tonio's top tier, man. Let's start it off, baby. Let's go, man. Number one. Still gonna be number one. Boston Celtics. They I don't know, bro. Like
They played pretty bad against
They got 150 points put on them.
Yes. I think it was the Knicks.
Yeah, I forget the team, but I know.
No,
I know
Jalen Brunson. Yeah, because Jalen Brunson had 44 or something like that.
you're allowed to have off games, really.
But I'm just throwing it out there. I just
not if you're the number one team.
Nah, you can have off games. Number
Does
two,
the number two team have a 150 point outburst on them?
I don't think so. Number two team.
The Knicks are bad.
Number two team just won last night, but they played against the Lakers, LeBron and AD. So the Denver Nuggets, bro.
You got the Nuggets higher than the Nets right now?
I do.
You think if they met in the finals, you don't think the Nets would sweep the fuck out of them?
I don't. Who the fuck gonna Nick Claxton gonna guard the Joker? Are you fucking serious?
No, you're gonna let the Joker go off, and everybody else ain't gonna have half
Everybody else what?
Just have KD ride him like a backpack.
Let's be for real, Billy. Who played defense on the Nets?
What was the guy you
KD
said
by
before?
default with his length.
Nick Claxton, the best defender on it, and he little as shit. Joker gonna put him in so many fucking blenders, he gonna foul out.
No, but what's gonna happen is Joker's just gonna go 2-2-2-2-2-2-2-2. Kyrie and Kevin and KD are gonna 3-3-3-3-3.
That's the thing. The Nuggets got defenders as well. Like they're not gonna. Of course, you can't stop them, bro. Like you can't stop KD and Kyrie. Well, you can stop Kyrie. Kyrie stops himself a lot. We not gonna act like he a consistent 40 ball. KD is a consistent 40 ball. We're not gonna
Kyrie's consistent 22.
Yeah, he'll get you that. But Jamal Murray, Kyrie can't guard Jamal Murray.
Is he gonna be available for the playoffs?
I'm sure he looked good. He been healthy all year. Michael Porter Jr.
But can Jamal Murray guard Kyrie?
Aaron Gordon.
Can Jamal Murray guard Kyrie?
Can anyone guard Kyrie?
He unguardable, bro. But he not, like I said, his shot
He's not
got
gonna
to
eat the
fall.
buckets.
His shot got to fall. His shot not always falling. Like we not.
Are you just trying to say Jamal Murray's more consistent than Kyrie?
I'm not. I'm saying they gonna X each other out.
So then the argument is now on Kyrie's side. Then
no, it's not because
you said Jamal can't guard Kyrie. Kyrie can't guard Jamal.
So they
then
X
you
each
said
other
that
out.
Jamal's not more consistent than Kyrie. So it's Kyrie.
I thought you were gonna be longer than that, Matt. Sorry.
No, it was just a quick one.
Nah, bro. First of all, Jamal played the point guard position. Kyrie don't. He's not the point guard on that team. He's a shooting guard now.
What?
He's shooting guard. He moved the shooting guard with James Harden there, bro. And he's not the point. I get it. It's positionless basketball, but Kyrie's not the point guard. And like I said, bro, defensively, a lot of people sleep on Aaron Gordon, what he's doing for the Nuggets this year. Aaron Gordon's having a good season. He giving you what you about to say?
So I was gonna say I do think he is getting slept on because I do think like most NBA fans we throw him in the dunker kind of like gig and just kind of that's what he is. but at the same time, I do think he's bringing something to value, but I don't think it's enough.
He's giving them 17-8 right now.
I don't think he does that in the playoffs, though. I don't think it happens like that.
I think he does, bro. Like, especially in the West, like I told you about the West. The West not like the Nuggets, the first seed with like 27 wins, 28. The fourth seed got like 23 wins or something like that. So it's not far in between. The West not like that, but I think that the Nuggets can make a run, bro.
I think the playoffs are gonna kind of pigeonhole the Nuggets.
You talking about the Nets, like they just gonna run through Boston, run through Milwaukee. They still got feats in the East.
No. I was just asking the Nets in Denver, just that specific.
They don't. Denver not. I mean, the Nets not sweeping them because they don't got the defense for.
Do the Nets beat them?
Maybe not.
Maybe okay. Not. Number 3.
But my number 3 team is them Memphis Grizzlies, bro. They just winning and they having fun, bro. Poor Jacob Patoli, is that how you say his name for the Spurs?
Yes, I think so. I only caught highlights of the game.
Ja dunked on his ass again tonight, and I'm just like, y'all gotta stop putting him in this pick and roll situation where Ja just yam on. I feel bad for him. Like,
no, but think about Matt Bonham. He was getting dunked on by everybody, but they were still winning those championships. So I think it's kind of one of those.
Who?
Matt Bonham.
No,
that's not how you say my name.
My number 4 team is your Brooklyn Nets, Billy. They are good.
Don't do that.
They're hot. They're hot.
They're
Billy's from Brooklyn.
15 of the last 17.
Yeah,
Brooklyn. Yeah.
And my number 5 team is Giannis and the Bucks. Chris Middleton still been in and out the lineup, and they still finding a way to do it. Giannis has been looking kind of, everybody put the league on his back, and he got them games where it looked like he just a light years ahead of everybody. And then, like tonight, through like 2 quarters, he only had, or 3 quarters, he only like 7 points. So he still got where if you know how to defend Giannis, you can make him look not like an average player, but you can make him look like a star instead of a superstar. So I don't know. He got to get that figured out because some nights his jumper falling, his 3 falling, and he do that halfback dive that nobody coaches against. But other nights it's like, yeah, we're gonna make you shoot and we're gonna win. So yeah, they still my number 5 because of that. But let me tell you about. I'm gonna do the top 5 because we're getting close to the trade deadlines, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna start with the number 1 team, the Boston Celtics. They're good, right? But they're not. If you think about they are, but positionless, it's a position that's hindering them from being great, and that is. What's about to say, Matt?
How you can have them number 1 in your power rankings, but then say they're good, but they're not? That'd be like a 6th or like 5th team.
Nah, they playing the best basketball, Matt, but they can always be better, right? You can always be better. The position, Billy,
where they're at right now, Matt. Tonio's here is where they're at right now.
Yeah, right now, just
where we project.
So Billy, if you could tell me somebody old as hell like LeBron that's averaging 30 minutes for the Celtics, who would you pick? That they need help at.
Are you saying there's another person as old as LeBron doing this?
Yeah, almost. He's 36.
Give me Melo.
No. I'm saying on the Celtics team, why they need help.
Oh, are you talking about what at the 4 or 5?
Yeah. This could be easy. It's Al Horford. Al Horford is 36 years old and he averaging like
Al Horford's only 36?
Yeah.
No fucking way.
And he averaging over 30 minutes a game.
He's not giving that point production.
He's not. So they looking at like Mo Bamba. Easy. That'd be an easy steal for them. He can spread the floor or
what about Bol?
Huh? The Magic finally found out that Bol is what everybody's looking for in this Wemby kid.
Yeah.
Like Bol's been that. Kenrick Williams and Zach Collins. That's what they looking at. If they can get them, then it's gonna be crazy. And we go to your team, Billy. Not your team, but the team you're talking about, the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Oh yeah.
They only have one person, Nick Claxton. That's their only big man, bro. And they would go
Miami Heat of 2012 or of 2010. You don't need a big man anymore, dude. Look at the Draymond is the big man of the Warriors, and they're doing just fine. You don't need a big man anymore.
They're not doing fine.
Well, they had like Zaza. You know, they had a big man.
Yeah,
not like elite big man.
Yeah,
you had Birdman. It's the same.
Yeah, but you might have to face a center now, Billy. I just think it's a lot. So they're looking at getting the same person that's been getting dunked on just because he a reliable big man, Jacob Patel, however you say it. Or they
I pay better attention to the highlights so I can help you with the pronunciation.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry, John. Or Kelly Olynyk or Jay Crowder. I don't know why Jay Crowder. But they looking at getting that.
I feel like every team just keeps Jay Crowder on just in case they have to play LeBron, so he can lock him up.
you know, he's sitting out for the Suns this year because he want big money.
Speaking of a player who I like, in my mind, I feel like they're the same like player. Dwayne Dedman. Do you see what he did the other night? He threw a massage gun on the court.
No.
Yeah, he was getting in an argument with Spo, threw a massage gun on the court while like they were dribbling the ball up and it like slid past the ball carrier's like feet.
Oh, what the fuck? Was that
that was like last night or the night before. But I feel like him and Jay Crowder are like almost the same player in my mind. I don't know why, but
maybe. Go to another team that's looking this one surprised me. The Cavs, they want more guards, bro, and it's crazy. They're looking at Tim Hardaway Jr. or Gary Harris.
Well, the Mavs can't afford to get rid of another guard. I don't think so. Like at least from a scoring aspect to help out Luka because he's not playing defense at all. Yeah. You can't give away someone else who's helping him on the offensive side.
Speaking of the Mavs, they want guards too. They're trying to get Mike Conley or Kobe White or Alex Caruso.
So Caruso would be the best pickup. I think any team that adds Alex Caruso is instantly better. I'm not saying like that's going to get them the championship, but I think they're instantly better. But I love Mike Conley to the Mavs because Luka won't have to bring the ball down. Luka's not going to have to run that offense.
That's what happened. They let Kemba go, so why would they probably let him? I think it's a curse, bro. Only person that made it out that curse was Kyrie. That's helped this curse, bro. You can't go there. Or Dennis Schroeder look like he's making it out of there now.
Well, after that, he got cursed with not signing with the Lakers again because he's a big dum-dum.
I might be wrong, but Kemba wasn't playing. He had like a 30-point game for the Mavs, didn't he? Like he wasn't playing bad, right?
No. He had one good 30-point game, but the rest of it, because I looked at it, but the rest of his games are a little bit too many minutes, and he's just not producing in those minutes. And I don't think the Mavs care for a lot of minutes to get 1-2 games every 10 games.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm gonna do like 2 more teams because I gotta do the team that we love, Billy.
Oh yeah.
The Lakers, man. The Lakers still trying to go after Bogey, but I don't see them giving up that free agent pick because they only got the 27, 29 pick for the next 10 years. Those are the only 2 picks they got.
I don't do something when you have LeBron, or trade LeBron. You have it's crazy to say you got to trade the best player on the planet, but you do. There's no way else to help that franchise because also when Bronny gets in, LeBron's out to whatever team gets Bronny.
Well, see, Bron, he did the interview the other night and he said either I got to play with him, which probably more likely going to happen, or I got to play against him. Like we got to line up together. I just want to be on the court with my son. But
that's like the most obvious thing you could ever say, though. Either I'm going to play with him or I'm going to play against him.
I don't think he would come to LA.
You're right, man.
He would come to LA.
No, but that's what I'm saying. LeBron's going to go where whoever drafts him. LeBron's going to go and bring. Hopefully, whatever franchise he goes to can bring shooters to help him because LA is not going to get him a shooter. Now, if they're looking for a Tim Hardaway, that would be LA's probably best.
So the second person that they iron, and this kind of made me happy because I thought they had got off of it. They still eyeing Buddy Hield. If they can get Buddy Hield, bro, I wouldn't care about nobody else. Thomas Bryant has been playing amazing fucking basketball, bro.
Yeah,
like he not big, he not no elite center, so of course he gonna struggle. He struggled with centers that play center for real.
Yeah,
but we can offset that with LeBron. Since his birthday, he been averaging 35, bro. Like we can do that. AD, if the wind don't blow in the court, before he went down, he was averaging 32. Like I just feel like they gotta let him play with them Balenciaga crutch boots on the court or something like that, and so. He already in a boot, so he can't get hurt, bro. Like,
last team.
Who you think we should go for?
Hold on. The Mavs need someone.
I just told you.
No, yeah, we did just talk about the Mavs. Hold on. Who you got?
Who you want to hear from, Billy? I mean, not Billy, Matt. I know you want to hear about your Pistons, but
no, because I want us to trade people away. I want to get as much capital as possible. So, I don't want to be acquiring people.
I go with a fan favorite. We go with the Golden State Warriors, bro. Golden State is looking to they over the Wiseman experience, bro. It's not working. And he just don't fit there
for the team. Not that he's a bad player, just doesn't fit.
He don't fit there, bro.
Yeah.
And they looking at, I don't know why, but Kelly Olynyk gets a lot of trade capital.
Yeah.
And I guess because he's consistent, bro. He'll get you 15.
Consistently suck.
He what?
He's just like the most overrated, middle of the road player there is in the NBA, the last 5 or 6 years. He's okay, but and every once in a while you're like, damn, that dude can shoot threes. And then some teams give me him.
That's why he would thrive in Golden State. He'd be a big that could actually space the court,
spread that floor out. Yeah.
They looking at him and the center for the Spurs. That dude gonna end up somewhere.
Not on San Antonio.
Yeah, he gonna end up somewhere. Sorry, John. If you could tune in, let us know how to say his name. Come on the show and just correct us, bro.
Yeah, John, you fuck.
Bro, it's been fun being back, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm glad that you were back, dude. That was good. Matt was really into the NBA talk for one of our first shows. That was nice.
Yeah, bro. Because I didn't want him, not to be engaged, bro. So I gotta throw a Pistons jab in there. They tanking for Wemby,
Yes,
I hope so. Watch out for next year when Cade he gets over that shin injury.
Oh yeah,
and watch out.
The shin injury. I'm with you, Matt.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. This has been episode 46. We're going to be back Monday next week after Super Wildcard weekend or whatever. But yeah, man, y'all give us a fucking big shout out, get us a share, get us whatever else we can do to get us out there. And that'd be fucking really sweet, man. Tonio, you got anything else to say to the fans or what?
And now I'm back, baby. Thank y'all for still watching us. Billy held it down. Matt the stash was there.
Oh yeah.
Where's Aaron? Probably taking a nap.
Dude, that'll be our next hashtag.
Where's Waldo at? Waldo at? No one knows.
You got to read the book a couple times to know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Tonio. Man, we'll see y'all next week.